Top of the day to you. Lisa York with Life in Sanford. Today we sit down with City Council candidate David Nestor of Ward 5. David, tell me a little something. In your opinion, what are the 5 most critical issues facing the city of Sanford and the City Council following the election?
Boy, that's fairly easy. Number one's got to be jobs. We cannot have a healthy economy here in Sanford with a 13% unemployment. That's just we just can't allow that to go on. The second thing would be crime. Of course, with the high unemployment, crime tends to go right along with it. And I would say the issue with crime, we do have our stats going down on crime, but the problem we've run into is a lot of unreported crime. When I've walked the streets, I've ran into a lot of folks that are just fairly jaded, almost without hope. They make claims of calling the police department and maybe nothing getting done, or they get to see the same crook back out on the street the next day. So we need to give our citizens hope on the crime fighting issue. The other thing would be the promotion. We need to promote Sanford. We've just started out with a discoversanford.com, something the mayor got behind. It's great, but it's just really the tip of the iceberg. We've got to do a lot more than just promote with a simple website. We're getting our tails kicked when I go online and look at 10 other cities in North Carolina with the same type of size and location. We're behind the 8 ball. We've got to get going. Other items would be the health of the county. We just finished up the indoor trail. We actually had people that were laughing at us about the indoor trail. Why would you want to do that? Well, any given day, any given time, as long as there's daylight, and even in the night sometimes, you'll see people out there walking that trail. It's getting big use. Last thing, water and sewer. Sanford is blessed. We've got plenty of water and sewer capacity. The one thing I don't want to see is us getting ourselves into a situation where we start becoming a regional provider and actually start cutting our own source to our own city. We need to be real careful with what we do when we start selling our water and sewer outside of the city. And when we do, we better see a credit coming back to the Sanford consumers.
Absolutely, I agree with that. What role do you hope to play in addressing the economic challenges that face the city of Sanford?
You know, it's funny, when you mention jobs, we do a wonderful job in the city. Our community college is awesome. But I think the city just needs to get behind education. Educate. When we do have 13% unemployment, I would like to see some systems in place where those folks are being educated. You need to, I sponsor and work with, in fact, I'm the chairman of Job Ready, that supports career and technical education at the junior high, high school, and the college, where we're actually giving individuals tools that help them to be able to go out directly onto the workplace, sometimes straight out of high school, sometimes a 2-year degree out of the college. Those are the kind of programs.
That's a very great program too, David. What role do you intend to do with crime?
Crime is interesting. It's once again, like I said, I don't want to get redundant when I've walked the streets and talked to folks, but I would love to see, we've got that mobile precinct. Let's wheel it out to some of our hot spots. Let's leave it parked there over weekends. Let's let officers use it for a home base. Let's let the officers get out of the car and go around and knock on some doors, maybe hang some flyers on door handles if they don't see anybody, and say, hey, give me a shout if you got a problem. You think something's going on? Give us a shout. Why not? And, the people that are not doing anything wrong are going to love to see you, and the people that are, you're going to scare the poop out of them. I like it.
All right, you mentioned marketing and tourism, the new website, discoversanford.com. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's a great site, very simple. Not a lot of flash stuff going on there, and it's not, we need to get it up to a caliber that is up a bit. You go on there and it makes reference to our Pottery Festival. It's a seasonal site, which is cool, where it'll actually tell you what's going to be happening over the next 3-4 months. But we need to have that actually become our cover sheet. In the past, people looking at the city of Sanford as far as a place to move to, you'd pull up the city of Sanford, and the first thing you'd see is that the water bills are going up. That doesn't make it very inviting. And I hate to bring up other cities, and I won't even mention the other cities, but I went to one site, and you look on there, and it's got how to become a citizen of the city. Another one, a linking you to subdivisions, the new subdivisions. And granted, I'm in real estate. I'm not going to hide that a bit, but that only makes sense that the city would get behind promoting these subdivisions that we've got where these builders are trying to sell houses, because every time they sell a house, they build another one, and lo and behold, our taxes go, or not our taxes go up, but our taxes have the potential to go down because our tax base will then go up.
How would you sell Sanford or Lee County to a prospective resident or business?
Boy, and once again, being in the real estate trade, I get somebody new into town. First thing I do is take them downtown. Take them downtown, let them see our depot park, explain all the things that happen, the music in the park, the fine restaurants, the shops, how great it is for your kids to be able to play in the fountain in the summertime. Then I might take them out, depending on what their likings are. We've got Sandley Park, we've got Kiwanis Park, we've got shopping both at the north and south end. It's kind of an odd situation. A lot of cities our size really try to get all their shopping in one area, but we really we have what I would say maybe our higher end shops, our Belks on the north end, and just off of Highway 1, but on the south end we've got our Walmart, and we've got our GameStops, and we've got our Chick-fil-A's. Really, that's kind of our golden mile. You go from Main Street down to Walmart. If a retailer, in fact retailers are right and left wanting to squeeze in there someplace.
Well, David, we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today. We wish you luck with your running. And make sure you vote David Nestor, Ward 5.